Only you get to decide how you stand, what you stand for, and when you do it. Penny Reid. What inspires you, makes you want to move, change, grow? And do you? Today is International Clean Energy Awareness Day, apparently, a time when the United Nations aims to promote awareness and action towards a more sustainable power transition. I find it ironic it's occurring not only on a numerical date that reflects itself centred around the one, but also as Neptune moves into Aries, ending its 14-year cycle in Pisces, encouraging us each to wake up for the dream, or for some, depending on perspective, nightmare we have individually been carrying, simply by delivering it in our actions. Finding a more abundant way of working with the creative energy we have been given, the emotional conceptions we may be sensing and feeling, stepping back into the hollow bone, magi, channel in we've always been, with the greater awareness of over 100 years. Because whilst the god of sea and trident of the psyche has changed signs, it hasn't been where it is now since 1861, and it won't return until 2189. Previously coming in at a time of revolution and upheaval, we could all be forgiven for believing the same cycles are about to occur. But deeper beneath the surface, for those willing to dive into their own feelings, there is an opportunity for change, based on how innovative and expanded we can be in our own vision. Something my cats reminded me of lovingly this morning, having pulled down my rattle onto the floor and selected a book for me to read, Finding Your Own North Star. Feeling into this guidance earlier, shuffling the tarot for the daily dose, I couldn't help but sense hope. A regular thing I tend to do in times of adversity. Born initially from my own survival or motivational need, but also now developed into a skill I take forward in my own life. I still doubted this optimistic, naively based approach on the current external situations and asked for collective insight into this. Randomly, ironically selecting from behind the Nine of Cups, tuning into the unknown image in my hands, the song Warrior People playing in my head, I visualized the Three of Wands from this deck. The surfboard once carried, now a shield, myself surrounded by tribal people of all times and places, hearing, use this to move forward. I turned over the Empress, beneath which sat the Knight of Wands. Today choose what you stand for, really. Not the focus of its initiation, but the alignment of stepping into the vision and becoming it. Naive? Perhaps, but what's the alternative? Use, and in doing so recognize your gifts. Give of yourself, find the joy of receiving your own reflection, particularly if you are currently struggling to see it around you. Do you really need to choose which emotion, positive or negative, country, time, event to defend? Or can you not just open to it all, yourself included? Find the enthusiasm to get things done in the spontaneity now available. Acknowledge the adventure that is not only waiting to happen, but has got you to where you now are. Remember, there is a difference between scattered, soul-lost, and soul-led, the vibrant expression of self. So how can you transition into a clearer energy? Look at what inspires you and why. Be honest with where you may be holding yourself back and allow any pent-up creativity to work for, not against you. Have the imagination and vision to see a life with more love, connection, healing, and abundance, starting with gratitude for the internal emotional reconnection this brings. Nourish your body with compassion and care for the vessel expected to deliver all you conceive, both consciously and unknown. Watch as it then mirrors the regenerative beauty of the earth around you, for there are no reasons, cycles, astrological impacts, or news stories greater than the magic of life itself. May we all remember, in our fight for a better world, We must continue experiencing the emotions of living within it. In deepest moon eye, I ask you now, but will you stand for it? You know where I am. Take care. Kirsty.